Hello dear viewers, you're watching OBN Horn of Africa Talk to OBN program. I'm Daniel Jara, your host and producer. Today I'm joined by Ashanafi Mlikesa, PhD candidate and lecturer at Adama Science and Technology University. We'll be talking about his remarkable and extraordinary achievements. Ashanafi, thank you for joining me.
Thank you too for inviting me for this interview.
All right, you started your PhD study at 23 years of age, which is hard to believe. Tell me your background before we go to the further.
My background related to the academics part, I am born in the small rural area which have two kabbales named Bote, or in Amharic Alamtena, which is found in East Shore in Bora Worada. So there I have used to grow there, and also I began my elementary school there in Bote Elementary School from 1 to 8, and also I joined the high school in Bora High School, which is grade 9 to 10, and immediately because of the lack of grade 11 to 12 during my time or during my study period, I immediately have two options: one, to stop education; second, to continue to pursue my education. So I should have to pursue my education. I went to the Bishop Preparatory School, and I have just take the grade 11 to 12 there, and immediately I joined the Debre Tabor University in 2007. Because of the climatic condition, I can't withstand with the. I try to just withstand the first year of study there in Debre Tabor University, and also I take the first semester. I remember all A plus, 7 course. Second semester I bring that of the 6 A plus out of 7. So with first year I scored from 40 courses 30 A plus. Why 1 A plus become like that? I can't withstand the environment found there due to the cold climatic condition, and also I grew up here in hot condition, especially Rift Valley. Immediately I come to the point to give up my education and return to my home. Then my elder brother, he was angry on me, and also he tried to just ask transfer from the Debre Tabor to Jimma University. Onward to the second year, I used to learn in the Jimma University. And then upon that, I graduate there. I look for job, especially because I learn in natural science, especially applied biology. I look for teaching in Finfine. So when I look for job, I go one academy that's called Vision Academy. When I went there, it asks 2 years of experience for teaching there. Immediately I show him my background. Then he was happy, and he permit me to take the exam. Then I scored nice. Then I passed to the interview. During interview, he told me, this is not your right place. You should have to find the higher institution. I would like to thank him during that time, the director. Then I immediately come to the Adama University, Adama Science and Technology University, because this is nearby university for me. Then I asked the department head that was not possible to pursue my education, even to have assistant graduate lecturer. It was full. Then I immediately go to the research dean office of the Dr. Alamu Disasa. Now he is the academic vice president in Adama Science and Technology University. Then he allowed me by talking with Dr. Lamiguta, the president of Adama Science and Technology University. Then I scored all A plus in first semester. Second semester also I scored all A plus. Even the second year first semester I scored all A plus. Even my master's thesis, thanks to God, I bring 97 out of 100, which was the examiner recommended like marvelous during that time. So upon achieving this, immediately the Senate of Adama Science and Technology University agreed to hire me there as a lecturer, and also to continue my education, PhD. So I started my PhD at the age of 23, and now about 27, I'm finishing the 26. So currently I'm fourth-year PhD candidate in health biotechnology. This is my academic background. Related to shortly with my family background, we are five. I am the third one.
All right. When did success start in your life? Studying PhD at the age of 23 is hard to believe, especially in our country's context. When did your success really started?
My success towards academics started at the grade 9, I can say like that. Because starting from grade 1 to grade 8, even I have no any kind of admiration or I am not as much as excellent or good student starting from grade 1 to grade 8. Even I don't think even as I can do or as I can read and understand and as I can do the academic part. But in those journeys, people recognize some of my innovative abilities, and also in my area where I grew up in Bote, the other persons like carpenters used to talk to me like doctor or like philosopher when I was a child. This is due to I try to make medicinal drugs for different kind of diseases really when I was grade 5. I used to treat different kind of things during that age, but that doesn't inspire me. Simply I look for nature, and when I get to grade 9, my brother used to talk me, I used to do one subject, namely that of English. So now, in our curriculum from grade 1 to grade 8, we used to learn especially in Oromic. I learned in Oromifa, one language English, one language as one language that of the Amharic. So in grade 9, it's changed to English. Majority of the course we take in English language as teaching. As I have told you, I am not a good student or excellent student until grade 8. Even I am not rank student. I never been 1 to 3. So I promised to him while he is going to university, Arama University, really I would become the first in the class. I only give him this. Then when he returned back, I am the second from the whole section, and I am the first from the grade 9. The dramatic change. After that, I become like that one. Yeah.
All right. Well, Shanafi, do you have your own role model, which guides you, inspires you to achieve all these achievements in your educational journey?
Yeah. Starting from my childhood, I have role model. That role model is not the person. Rather, it is a thing that is in nature. Always I am inspired by nature. Nature is perfect, and nature have all entities that required for life, for technology, for food, for everything that are being manufactured or that are being learned in the school. So starting from my childhood, as I have told you, even if I am not best in my education, or I am not the excellent or the top scorer from education, but I used to know my nature, especially seeing the birds flying on the air, seeing the dolphin, the fish swimming in the water, especially the fish, because I am around Lake Koka. I used to see that kind of fish, how they swim, and also the plants, how they grow, the stem, the root, the leaf. That inspired me, and I think that helped me even to become best in biotechnology or in applied biology. Yeah.
Well, Ethiopia's education curriculum in science, you have been through your first degree, second, and now you're studying your PhD. You have the experience in Ethiopia's educational curriculum. How do you see Ethiopia's curriculum in terms of science? Many parents these days want to send their kids abroad to get some quality education, but you stayed here and become successful As I can see from your document, you scored A pluses in all courses while you studied your master's degree. How do you see this issue?
Regarding with the curriculum and the thing you raised, I basically believe area cannot change people. Area cannot change people means, for example, if somebody is not good here, maybe he is not good abroad also. Regarding with the Ethiopian curriculum, for your information, I didn't see in detail, so I may not comment on that one, but in my view, simply understanding nature is the basic for every success. So, if our students are from their childhood, from their LKG or KG or from their elementary school, they should have to be inspired by nature. Nature is all about us. Nature is all around us. You can see fish, you can see animal, you can see plant, you can see air, yeah? You can see the birds, you can see the fishes. Everything is around us. So if somebody intentionally or deliberately trying to observe the nature, I am very sure that the Ethiopia's growth, the Ethiopia's development, even the Ethiopian, the opening of their brain is not far. Still now, even there are many most famous scientists, those Ethiopia bring or they give out for the world, including many scientists like the Dr. Akilulu Lamma, the Professor Gabbisa Ejjeta, and also many others. I am sure with every aspect of science, if people are or students are inspired by nature, even education by itself is not difficult. Simply you should have to observe. Science, research, everything starts from observation. Nowadays, many technologies are invented, yeah, like the artificial intelligence, currently even the chat GPT. These are related to the code or the programming part. Even related to the physical technologies like car technology, the airplane technology, the arc or the boat technology, the different kinds of technologies are there, like drone technology. If I try to figure out how they made, simply I am sure they observe nature. Everything comes from nature because nature is perfect. So if we copy from nature related to the technology that I am sure in future we have car company, we will have even airplane company. It's not that much difficult because everything simply to observe, to open our eye and see our environment. If our students open their eyes starting from their elementary school, I am sure education is not something difficult. Because science is, simply I can define, is observing nature. In Ethiopian curriculum, maybe if starting from their children, even for your amazement, I have been preparing one curriculum or one, in the future, if God allow for me, to teach and to open the big and the most innovative schools, because I have the idea, depending on studying the 7 areas. The first one, to study the aquatic science. Second, the dry land. That means the land science, you can say, or the earth science, the dry land. Third, the study about the air, or we can say the above the air, the 3 component, because you can see now, when you just go for entertainment, there is water, there is dry land, you can see sky. So on those 3 stages, I am trying to open my own, maybe if God allow. The fourth one, the study about human. I'm not saying anthropology, but human specifically, the study about human. Fifth, related to the study about science, I include here the mathematics, the physics, the microbiology, related to other kinds. The seventh one, related to technology. Our children should have to know, starting from their children, how cell phone is made, how car is made, how drone is made, rather than doing other things, rather than, seeing different kind of thing. I am sure because human brain can do more than we expect. Even computers are doing more than we can see that. They can analyze big data. They can do many things. So I am sure our brain is bigger than the computer. So we can do many things if we consider and observe nature in its full picture.
You know, you have remarkable experiences in your educational journey. What do you advise the generation to do to be successful? And do you have your own, special strategy of studying? Tell us about your experience.
I advise the young generation, I know time is limited. Maybe the most scarce and non-renewable, I can say, resource is time. I advise my young generation and my young fellow not to waste their time in unwanted and in making them the most unsuccessful thing. Rather, I used to advise them to focus on the major thing. You know, academics is the basic for everything, yeah? If even the Nelson Mandela used to say, education is the weapon in which we can fight many things, yeah? Poverty, poverty is the one thing. If people become educated, you know, their mind will open and they can think logically, rationally, in different perspective. So they should have to focus on their education. I advise young fellows to focus on the most priority thing for their life. Because time is limited. My special way of study, frankly speaking, I don't have any special way of study. You know, I believe nowadays many information are there or many data are available. If, for example, you on Google, if you type something, you can have many data. Maybe my way of studying is not, you know, putting the knowledge that's found or the data that's found on Google to my brain. Rather, I used to analyze that. More, I focus on the analyze part, how things made, how they write. I suggest to my young fellows, you know, I have no special way of studying, but I study to understand. That is maybe the good message for my young fellows. Rather than putting the information found in Google to their mind, they should have to know the analysis behind. So we should have to think how we can bring to practice. That is maybe if it makes me unique, that is what I want to say for my young generation. Yeah.
Well, Shanafi, before we move to your research publications, let's talk about your books. You know, I have heard that you're writing 3 books at once, right? Tell us about that.
I'm writing the book entitled on the academic knowledge and academic intelligence. You know, many people have academic knowledge. I am writing that book in English, so maybe after I graduate or after I finish my PhD, I make them available for the public. Many of us have academic knowledge. Academy need also intelligence. You know, in majority of us are passing not by objective assessment, you know. There are 2 kinds of assessment as far as I know. The first one is the subjective assessment and the second one is objective assessment. So while we interact with people, that person or that teacher or lecturer, or if you are a businessman, whatever the case, if you are a doctor, if you are a technologist, if you are an entrepreneur, you have always interaction with other people. Our boundaries are with people, yeah, people to people. So we should have to have the academic intelligence also, apart from the academic knowledge. So I am writing the academic knowledge and the academic intelligence.
The other one is, let's talk about your research work is, especially I want to pick the one that your university awarded you for, innovative article related to COVID-19. This article was published before COVID even didn't enter the continent, Africa. What inspires you to do that?
Yeah, you know, if one thing or one phenomena like COVID or other infectious pathogens raised in some country, we know how they escalate, yeah? For example, if you remember Ebola also, it was a contagious one, started in Africa. Even I want to do the by using bioinformatics technique, some kind of, but this is not available on the internet. As a global society or as a global person, when something raises in one part of the country or one part of the continent, we don't know how it becomes to our area. So my thinking was during that time, I remember the WHO or the organization announced as of the 31st December 2019. In that night, I was thinking how I can do with this disease, how I can tackle, because we have no any advanced laboratories here in Ethiopia regarding to make medicinal or to cure the viral pathogen named the severe acute respiratory syndrome. I used to tackle or I used to contribute my own best by using this computer assisted simulation program that's called the by using advanced bioinformatics. So what I did was, when the pathogen or the disease raised in the Wuhan city, Hubei province in China, they released during that time on the NECBI database. It is called the National Center for Biotechnology Information, which is available in USA. They have already released 10 gene sequence of the SARS-CoV-2. So I used to study how this, when he just infect the person, what it looks like, the gene expression behind, how it expresses himself. I use the sequence of DNA, then those codons or those start codon or exon we say in our science, how they manipulate and how they multiply inside the human. So I'm sure that work is helpful even in designing vaccine against the COVID-19, which was devastating and which was caused to loss of many millions of people all over the world. So actually, as you have mentioned, and also as you have seen on the certificate, yes, it was not known in Africa, specifically or particularly in Ethiopia, when I published together with my advisor, Professor Hunduma Dinka. It was not actually found or available in Ethiopia. So what inspires me is that I want to contribute my own best as a global citizen.
You're about to finish your PhD studying. What is the area of your PhD study?
My PhD study, I used to do on aging. When I first started my PhD journey in Adama Science and Technology University, even I write the first draft of my proposal regarding to aging. Even I did my seminar, the first seminar on the PhD regarding with aging, stating that how and why we age and the molecular mechanism of aging. I write some article related to that one as seminar. What inspired me to study on aging was, aging is the fundamental thing. Still the science doesn't uncover or give solution or answer perfectly towards why and how we age.
All this process through many
hardship, but hardship is not the obstacle for a student. I believe like that. If you have truly passion,
you've gone through the challenge.
Many challenges.
Enduring all the challenges, you have become successful in it today. Even
my PhD, now I have married and also I have 2 daughters.
All right. Before we wrap up, due to time constraints, we're going to bring it together. What is your vision in the future?
My vision in the future is, I don't know in which part of the area I can serve my country. I am very sure I will serve my country because I love my country, Ethiopia. So my vision is to help others, people helping each other is the basic thing for successful life and for development.
I will give you a chance to thank whosoever helped you to achieve what you have now.
Yeah, there are many people I want to acknowledge, but to mention all, it takes maybe full day, but few of them I should recommend. The first one are my family, my father and the mother, my brothers and the sister. Secondly, I want to acknowledge my wife. She was beside me in all the endurance, especially during my PhD journey, by taking care of my daughters, because I have now 2 daughters. Third, I want to thank my university, Adama Science and Technology University, or my lecturers, or my fellow lecturers, and also especially for 2 special people that contributed for my success also. Dr. Lamiguta, the president of Adama Science and Technology University, and also my special thanks goes to the Dr. Alamu Disasa, the the vice president for the research. And secondly, I want to acknowledge other institute also that I did my research during my Master of Science and even currently my PhD. Before their name is NADIC, National Animal Health Diagnostic Investigation Center. Currently it is changed to AHI, Animal Health Institute. All the workers, especially the molecular laboratory workers. And my special thanks also goes to the Dr. Tasfai Rufail, the Director General for the AHI. I appreciate their contribution towards my success.
Ashadafi Milkesa, PhD candidate and lecturer at Adama Science and Technology University. Thank you for your time with OBN Horn of Africa.
Thank you too.
Dear viewers, this brings us to the end of today's program. Stay tuned with other OBN Horn of Africa programs. Bye-bye.